Here's a list of the names in my database called D1 with table T1. What I want to do in this program is to be able to correct first name errors, just the first name. So I'm going to be able to correct just these names in my database, first name fields. It's a simple program. So, if a first name and a last name, for example, let's say Clyde Rogers, his real name wasn't Clyde, it was Cluck Rogers. That's a good name, Cluck Rogers. Now, was that uppercase? Yes. There it is, Cluck Rogers. Spelling matters. Alright, here's one, Darth Vader. His name is Fred Vader. Oh no, what a mistake. So I'll change his name to Fred Vader. And Darth Vader's name is now Fred Vader. Oh no, I didn't capitalize Fred. Let me do that now. Make that capital F. And now it's Fred Vader. So here in this program I can correct first name problems. It's a simple program. How do I do this? I need two programs to do this. I need an HTML page and a .py page. What I have over here on the right is my HTML page. Let's look at that one first. And let's go to Google over here and we're set. Let's take a look at the HTML page. First I say the document type here is HTML. Here's the head tag, end of head tag. The title on the page will be George Bull, Medicare set, UTF-8, standard stuff. Here's the body tag. A little bit further on down, the end of body tag. And I'm going to have an H1 header that says correct the first name errors. That'll be on the page. Then the form. Oh, I have got a form tag here. Go all the way down, end of form. So my form will be all of this. So let's take a look at this form. The form's action when I click on the submit button will be to submit all of its data to edit first name last name .py file. This .python program is going to handle all of the processing, not the HTML page. What will it do? What will this HTML page do? Well, it's going to get some data. It's going to say first name and a hard space. Then it's going to have an input object. Type of input object is a text box. The name will be first FN. Size will be 10 characters long. Then it's going to say last name, hard space, and it's going to have another input object. Type of that object will be a text box also. Name of that object will be last name, LN. The size will be 10 characters long. Then there's going to be another input object on this HTML page. The type of it will be a submit button. The value will say update on it, and that's the end of my form. End of the body, end of the HTML page. Let's take a look at that guy again. Let's find him first. Let me find my guy. And there he is. It'll say correct first name errors right there. The title of the page will say George Bull right here. The first input object, well, First it'll say first name right here. Then the input object will be a text box. The next thing that will be set on the page will be last name. There it is. Then another input object, another text box right there. And then another input object. Type is submit button. And the value on it will say update. And when it gets all this data, it's going to turn all of that data over to edit first name, last name, .py file. And this guy is going to process this data, put it into the database, correct it, and then print out onto the screen what we want to see. All right. I want to see that file. Where is it? Right here. Let's go to the top of the file and go through it. First thing I do is I import CGI sys, then I import Sqlite3 as D. I'll refer to it as D, so I don't have to keep keying in Sqlite3. D, do me a favor, connect to the database called d1.db and assign that to a variable con. Good. D, row by row, I want you to put everything through the row factory of con. Alright, so that I can access the guy by either indice or his first name or their field names. Alright. Then con, I want you to get a set of records, the cursor. Set it up so you can get a set of records, all of the records. Assign that to the variable cursor. And then what I want you to do is, now that HTML file, that's got a lot of field names in there. CGI? Yes. I want you to create a field storage monster that will hold all those field names. Oh, yeah, sure. A field storage monster. I'll do that immediately. All right, a field storage area. And assign that to a variable called yoFields. Okay, yoFields? Yeah. You got a field in there called first name. And and it's got a value. Yeah, that value right over here. Yeah. Take that and assign that to my local variable fn. Okay, I'll take this guy and put him in here. yoFields? Yes. You got a variable that was given from HTML called ln. Yeah. It's got a value. Yeah, this thing here. Yeah. Grab that and put that into the local variable ln. Okay, I'll do that. Now, this is what I want you to do. Cursor, execute the following statement on my SQL program. What do you want me to do? Update T1. Yeah. That's the table name in the T1 database. Yeah. Set the first name field equal to question mark, where last name equals question mark. What are these things? Oh, they're placeholders. They'll get substituted with fn and ln, these two variables right over here. Remember, we put the values of yoFields first name structure into fn and yoFields last name structure into ln. These two guys will replace those questions. So I'm going to update T1 and I'm going to set what? First name field equal to whatever I set it to, where the last name is equal to whatever was in here. Okay. Alright, so it goes to the database and it finds a field called ln and it replaces the first name field of that record with whatever is in fn, what I keyed in here. Alright, that's good. So it looks through the record, the database for someone with the last name equal to this. Then it jumps over to his first name field and replaces it with this guy. Okay, that's fine. Now, system, connection, commit those records to the database, right to the disk, so they don't get lost. Okay, I'll do that now. Now, I put this in twice. Oops. Ooh, I think I wiped out 2 lines. Hold on. I did. That's good. There we go. Cursor? Yeah, this is what I want you to do. Execute another Sqlite3 statement. Select everything from the table T1. Okay, I got all the records. Now, cursor, yeah, fetch all them records and put them into the variable R. So R now has like lots of rows of records. And here come my CGI statements. System, yeah, right to the standard output. That'll be the under the web page, just like this. Right to the standard output, the following statement: content type text HTML. So it's going to write an HTML page. Then it's going to write to the standard output an HTML tag. Then it's going to write to the standard output a body tag. Then it's going to write to the standard output a character return line feed. And then you know that R guy, we fetched all those records, put them into R. For every event, for every field name in that R, for every one of those records in R, this is what I want you to do. I want you to write the following to the standard output. What do you want me to write for every one of those records? Well, go to record number 1, and you're going to see, and then go over here, %s. These are placement holders. You're going to replace these guys with something else. You're going to substitute this guy with this guy, and this guy with this guy, this guy with Z0, and this guy with Z1. Wow. This means substitute these guys with these guys. Okay, I got it. Now, what is this Z0? Well, Z is looking at record R, and the first record in record R has 2 parts, a first name and a last name, a 0th part and a 1th part. Put the first name here, the last name there, the 0th part here, the 1th part there. Then, write the following to the standard output: character return line feed. So the records aren't, piggybacking on top of each other. They're on separate lines. Now, just keep doing that for every one of the records in that that you put into R. Okay. Now, when you're done, I want you to write the following: a end body tag and an end HTML. That's it. We're done. But remember, do it fast. Okay. Doesn't have to do it too fast. Okay, let's do this now. Now we put the how do we get the the next thing, very super duper important, is I have to go over to here. I didn't do this. Still running from before. I have to start the the server. So I'm going to key in Python -m and then CGI HTTP server. And now it's going to come in on port 8000. It's running on port 8000. Good. Now, this is what I do. I click in here and I key in localhost :8000. And the name of my file will be I cannot hit that key. There we go. The name of my file will be edit first name last name .html. I hit enter. And now my server is up and my server is serving this page. Now, what name do I have in there? Vader. The guy's name is Vader. What's his first name? His first name is Vance. Vance Vader. Yeah, that's it. Okay, update the database. Boom. At Vance Vader. What do you know? Done. How about Frank Vallone? Frank Vallone is really Tom Vallone. Oh no, I forgot. Okay, so I'm going to correct Vallone, and his first name is her first name is Valerie. Valerie Vallone. That's right, I remember now. Update the database. Boom, done. Valerie Vallone. Wow. Wow. And last off is not Cluck Rogers, but Chuck Rogers. Oh no, how could I have done that? Guy's last name is Rogers. And his first name is Chuck Rogers. Not Cluck. And there it is. Chuck Rogers. Wow. And notice my other records did not lose their data. This is actually updating the data on the disk. That's wonderful. And that's how you do this. Wow. Okay, let me stop my server and clear up the screen. And thank you all for listening so intently. This is George Bull.